In this episode, we travel to the Camdeboo National Park and explore the park and the nearby town of Graaff-Reinet. We left Johannesburg early and drove the approximately 800 kilometers to the Camdeboo National Park. We arrived early in the afternoon and drove to the Miskruier campsite. Okay, we've just arrived here at the Miskruier campsite of the Camdeboo National Park. And I'm gonna quickly pitch the camp, and then we're gonna see, maybe we'll go for a bit of a game drive later on today, and tonight we're gonna have a nice fire. After setting up our camp, we headed out for a short game drive and came across a tortoise and a couple of eagles. Back at camp, we enjoyed the sunset and started a fire to cook some meat. Good morning. So today is our second day on our family trip. Yesterday we've arrived. It was a long day on the road. It was about 9 hours of driving. We took a quick drive around to see what's here, and we pitched the camp and so on. And today we'll be exploring the town of Graaff-Reinet a bit, and then hopefully we can go out and get a nice view of the Valley of Desolation. So we're looking forward to it. So I hope you enjoy it. We started the morning with a game drive through the park and came across this dung beetle. We then continued to explore the rest of the game viewing area. On our way out, we stopped at the monument in memory of Andries Pretorius. He was one of the farmer leaders and was from this area before joining the Groot Trek. One day there will be a wheel rolling over our world that will be unstoppable for me and you. Our first stop in Graaff-Reinet was the Dutch Reformed Church, which is one of the landmarks of this town. The cornerstone of the church was laid in 1886 and the church was unveiled in 1887. After the church, we visited the Obesa nursery. This has to be on your list when you visit Graaff-Reinet, and truly is a unique experience. After the Obesa nursery, we headed out of town and drove up to the viewpoint that is known as the Valley of Desolation. The viewpoint is a short and easy walk from the parking area. The Valley of Desolation is situated in the Camdeboo National Park and is a cultural heritage site. Once you reach the viewpoint, you can feast your eyes on some spectacular views. It was time for us to head back down, and since it was lunchtime, we headed back in town to enjoy a fine meal at the Oude Camdeboo restaurant, which is part of the Oude Drostay. The food is great, and we can highly recommend visiting the Camdeboo restaurant, who I've also found the food reasonably priced. We headed back to camp, and on the way back we stopped to have a look at the Miskruier dam. We also decided to go and have a look at the picnic area. If you are a day visitor, we can definitely recommend the picnic area of the park, since the facilities are neat and clean. Late in the afternoon, I decided to head back to the viewpoint at the Valley of Desolation to capture the sunset. As I was heading up, dark clouds started to roll in. When I reached the viewpoint, a strong wind started to blow, and I had to quickly capture some footage before it started to rain. Back at camp, we had a quick thunderstorm, after which we headed out to be spoiled by a spectacular sunset. So this is now our last evening here at Camdeboo National Park. The day turned out a bit interesting. Well, first of all, we visited some very awesome places here, which you would have seen. But then we had a bit of rain suddenly in the evening. The plan was still to do a bit of time-lapse photography there up at Valley of Desolation, but I had to run down just to prevent my camera from getting wet. But yeah, at least I got some footage. Now we're gonna have a nice braai, and then we're gonna back up tomorrow morning and head on to Storms River. And that was our last evening at Camdeboo National Park, and we've packed up now. We're ready to head on to Storms River. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this episode. Then the next episode will cover a bit of Storms River camp in the Eastern Cape. So see you on the next one.